authoritarian society, where intercourse of any sort between men and women is severely restricted and punished, and all forms of sexual psychopathology flourish in no small consequence.
Does anybody know what happened to this guy? He seems to be losing his mind lately. I really don't know what happened. It's sad to watch. Does anybody know he's still on drugs or something like that? Because like this trajectory, I mean, he was talking about certain things. Now he's running this propaganda campaign. So the topic, you can see it on the screen. I'm not gonna say it. But the thing here is immigration. This is a long video. I will probably split the whole thing.
It is nonetheless from precisely such societies that much of the mass immigration that characterizes many Western countries occurs, and has for decades, in consequence of the idiot presumption that these mobile and often desperate people will bring with them none of the terrible presumptions and customs they are hypothetically free of. Consider, in that regard, the 195 countries that currently make up the world.
Okay.
A mere 24 of these are true Western democracies.
Oh, so here's the thing that I want to react to. This notion, like we have to, like, people in the global South have to give up on this idea of trying to like judge their country by these Western kind of viewpoints or whatever. Like it doesn't have to fit. First of all, this person over here talks about Western democracy. There is no democracy in the West. Okay, it's a long topic, but like the thing they claim to have, they don't have it.
Characterized by respect for and existence of freedom, human rights, limited government, separation.
Okay, sir, what human rights? There's slavery in the United States, like right now in the prison, like forced labor, like weird stuff, like, you know, you have to ask for a like you need to get a permission, like to do a renovation for your kitchen. If you have some chicken in your backyard, you go to jail, like stupid shit like that. So the whole thing, like he's talking about, this is like some fucking perfect utopia. But this is the propaganda. Like most Westerners are very dishonest when it comes to like describing the
and rule of law. That's 1 in 8 or 12%.
Okay, well, see, that secularism, that separation of church, and that's what got you here in the first place. So this is not something you can be proud of.
That alone proves that such rule-governed, classically liberal democracy is the exception, strongly indicating at the same time that the absence of democratic attitude and social order, rather than its presence, must be assumed as the default. The naive and reflective...
Well, see, they think that because they believe that human beings are not good, right? They're not good by nature. So that's the whole assumption here, is that you need some form of control. A democracy, it didn't exist for like tens of thousands of years. It's a new kind of like a system. So how did these people survive? We don't know. We have to listen to the Westerners to tell us how it works.
Self-aggrandizing Westerner, striving above all to consider him or herself in the best possible light, proclaims instead that deep in the chest of every oppressed person beats a heart longing for responsible freedom. But a totalitarian state is, in truth, a distributed network of deceit and cruel oppression, more than a mere top-down hierarchy of power. Everyone in a tyranny lies about everything all the time.
Everyone. Like, here's where the dishonesty is gonna like start going on full steam. First of all, this whole thing about tyranny, I don't know, like, if this guy has a passport. I mean, this is like when you read too much books, right? You follow newspaper and shit like that. Like, these people have no idea like what they're talking about. Like they believe like outside of these 24 country is just chaotic, right?
This is why removing the putative head, the most obvious dictator, in the revolutionary manner, remember the Arab Spring, or the liberalism of Libya and Iraq, most frequently produces chaos or even worse, oppression.
Okay.
There are many pathways, personal and communal, to rigidity and instability, and very few to responsible freedom, abundance, and progress. Thus, immigrants from authoritarian states are most likely to bring with them authoritarian attitudes. 24.
See, here's the thing. Just because you say something in like you're trying to use nice word and you're trying to be eloquent, first of all, he's using a teleprompter, right? So he has an advantage. I mean, I don't have a problem with teleprompter. It's fine. But that's the, everything here is scripted. But my point is, like, just because you say it in a nice way, and you phrase it correctly, right? With using certain words, etc., it doesn't make the statement true.
Or genuine free democracies. What of the remaining 171, or 88% of the world's countries? 59 of them are fully authoritarian, replete.
Well, here's the bullshit. See, this is why I say, like, this guy probably never tried. See, when he goes to certain place, I don't want to be facetious. I know he's going to places. But the problem when they go, like, they only stay in hotels, right? And they only go to other Western countries. And even when it's somewhere else, like, they have no idea how the local works. It's like all these bullshit about tyranny and chaos. It's just not existent, right? I do stand for the truth. I'm not trying to defend anybody. I mean, it's just like something that doesn't exist, and he's trying to make like a whole fucking monologue about like this is. I mean, it's just so absurd. Like this is a psychological. What do they call it? Clinical psychologist. So we would expect a little bit of kind of well thought. Type of analysis, but like it's not there, and because like I said in the beginning, this is a propaganda campaign. Now you will understand why
such systems entail.
You will understand why, because we're getting to the point where this is just like laying the, how do they say it? He's trying to initiate you to the conclusion, right?
Another 20 are chaotic failed states.
Okay, that's not true too. And even if we grant you that point, and we say yes, it's tyrannical, it's chaotic, and it's terrible in terms of like form of government, why do you think that is? Can you please tell us, please, Jordan? Can you tell us what's the cause? Well, we all know the cause. Like, you don't have to be an expert in geopolitics. Everybody knows what's the deal here. It's the West. The Middle East, for example, was one of the most advanced societies, right? The most advanced kind of empires in the world, until these motherfuckers from Europe came to that place. What they doesn't tell you something about the whole dynamics. Africa, right? Now, the fact that he just skipped over like the whole Christian in Africa. Africa, man, these Westerners have been stolen. Okay, just because you got nice stuff around, it doesn't make you better. See, this is because like one of the main characteristic of the West is, if I have nice stuff, it doesn't matter how I got it. So just because you're wearing a nice suit, right, and you got like stuff all around, it doesn't, because how do you got it? Now that's a whole different topic. But like most of these places are those leaders that you say, well, they're corrupt, but that's you put them in place. So because every time somebody raised to power and he's looking for the best for the best interest for his nation, you're gonna eliminate that person. Remember what you've done to Lumumba? You assassinate the guy and throw him in acid, Huh? Remember what you did to Gaddafi? He wanted to have like a whole African nation, an African currency. But that was too much for you because, see, for the West, a win-win situation when everybody's winning, that's a loss for them. So they have to be on top and everybody at the bottom. And this is what you see in here.
Remainder are at best a mixed bag, not fully authoritarian, not entirely chaotic, but certainly not thriving democracies. And
You don't have democracy, dude. Just skip that part. It's really pathetic. Like these people still talking about democracy. Like
certainly not the Western countries that the oppressed or predatory of the world flee to, given a choice.
okay, well, they flee because the safest place for these people is with the enemy. And yes, the West is the enemy of these people. Like I mean, you have enemies everywhere, like from Nicaragua to the motherfucking Philippines. Like you have enemies everywhere because you destroyed all these places. And see, I hear these arguments a lot where, well, why they do come to the West? Because you bomb the country, you make that place unlivable. I don't understand. You go to a certain place, mass murder, genocide, stealing, pillaging, regime change, and then you wonder, well, why these people, they don't want to stay here, right? And when they go to the West, right, you can say, well, that's my country. Well, first of all, nobody owns a country. But when they go there, they just want to, like, it's their shit, okay? It's their, that you build that whole thing, okay? London, Paris, New York, well, all that was the resources from the global south, right? And then you wonder, like, well, why they come here? It's their resources, like it's their money. Not that they don't come to take it, but they just want to be. What? There's two reasons. The first one is they just want to be close to their resources. And the second thing, it's safer to live next to the enemy, right?
What are the cultural preconditions for civil society and good governance? What cultural features characterize the 24 versus the rest, particularly the worst of the rest? 40 of 50, or 80%, of Muslim majority countries are fully and
There we go. There we go. There we go.
authoritarian. A mere 3 of the remainder are democracies, Morocco, Turkey, and Indonesia, if action is allowed to be approximate and generous. The rest are, at best, a mixed bag. And what of majority Protestant or Catholic countries? 100% of these, Africa accepted and reasonably so, are highly functional free societies.
This is so much bullshit. I mean, just like the level of dishonesty, just like in a 15-second segment, like there's just too much bullshit. I can't do that. So I'm just gonna skip. Like it's just too much. Like I can't do that. So yeah, see you next time.